When you think about it, artificial intelligence is already everywhere. It's in the recommendation engine that picks your next movie. It's in the navigation app that gets you home. It is absolutely not science fiction anymore. It's a tool that billions of us use every single day. But man, with all the hype out there, it is so easy to get lost. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise and just break it down.
Okay, so let's just dive right in with the single most important question. What can these systems really do right now, today? And to get that, to really understand it, we've got to go back and look at where this whole journey started.
You see, for a very long time, the story of AI was basically the story of games. And not just for fun, right? It's because games are these perfect little closed systems. They've got clear rules, clear objectives. They were the perfect training grounds for an intelligence that was just learning to think.
Now, what's so cool about this timeline is the progression. It kicks off with Checkers in '94, a pretty complex game, but one that's basically solvable. Then, bam, 1997, you get chess, which is a huge leap in strategic thinking. But the moment that sent real shockwaves through the world was 2016. That's when AlphaGo beat Lee Sedol at Go, a game so complex, so intuitive, that most experts thought a machine could never master it. And then, just to top it off, it even conquered the very human art of bluffing in poker. Wild. So, every single one of those game-playing marvels was what we call a narrow AI. It could be an absolute genius at chess, a grandmaster, but you couldn't ask it the capital of France. It couldn't even recognize a cat in a photo. It was brilliant, but only at one single thing. And for decades, that was pretty much the state of the art.
So, what changed, right? How did we get from a world-class chess player to systems that can write computer code and create incredible art? Well, let's jump into the current revolution, because this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, so back in 2017, a research paper introduced this idea called the transformer. Now before this, AIs basically read a sentence word by word by word. It was slow, and it often totally missed the bigger picture. The transformer let the AI process the entire sentence, or even a whole document, all at once. Think of it like seeing the whole picture instead of just one puzzle piece at a time. This didn't just give it a deeper understanding of context, it made training these things on massive amounts of text unbelievably faster. That, right there, was the spark that lit the fuse on the current AI revolution.
And this nails the difference perfectly. We went from that single-purpose narrow AI to what we now call foundation models. So instead of being a specialist, a foundation model is a generalist. It's trained on this mind-bogglingly huge pile of data, and then it can be adapted or fine-tuned to do almost anything, from translating languages to writing code. Its whole identity is adaptability.
And the very best of these, the absolute top-of-the-line models, we call those frontier AI. This is the cutting edge. This is the most powerful, most general stuff we have right now. So, what can this frontier AI actually do?
Okay, get ready for this because the list is genuinely stunning. We are talking about systems that can chat with you fluently in dozens of languages. They can write complex, functional software from scratch. They can create photorealistic images, even short videos just from a text description. And get this, they're passing some of the hardest professional exams out there, like for doctors and lawyers, and are even showing PhD-level reasoning on tough scientific problems.
And if you want a hard number on that, check this out, 1501. That's the Elo score for Google's Gemini 3 Pro on a thing called the Elo Marina leaderboard. Now, Elo is just a way to measure skill in a game, and you can think of the Elo Marina as a kind of battle arena for AI models. A score that high doesn't just mean it's a little bit better, it means it's a new state-of-the-art, it's a true leap forward in what these things can do.
But this whole revolution isn't just about language. No, the next huge leap is all about perception. It's about giving AI senses so it can understand the world in the same rich way that we do.
This idea is called multimodality. It just means the AI can look at a picture, listen to audio, read some text, and actually understand how it all connects. So for example, Google has a system that can see and recognize real-world objects and then tell a robot arm how to pick them up and move them. It's literally about connecting that digital intelligence to our physical world.
Okay, but let's be super clear here. These systems are incredible, but they are far from perfect. They have some very real and sometimes kind of weird limitations. For one, they hallucinate, which means they just confidently make stuff up. They can suffer from catastrophic forgetting, where learning something new makes them forget something they used to know. And this is a big one. They are masters of correlation, but they often struggle with causation. They know that two things happen together, but they have no idea why.
And then there's the power bill. I mean, look at this. The human brain runs on about 20 watts of power. That's less than a normal light bulb. To train a model like GPT-4, it's estimated it took around 50 times gigawatt hours of electricity. The difference in efficiency is just staggering, and it's a massive challenge we have to solve.
So, with these unbelievable new abilities and some pretty serious flaws, where's all of this going? Well, despite the challenges, for many people in this field, the ultimate goal, the holy grail, has a name: AGI.
Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. Now, this isn't just a smarter chatbot we're talking about. It's a hypothetical system that could do pretty much any cognitive task that a human can. Learning, reasoning, planning, creating, with all the flexibility and generality of a human mind, and maybe even more.
So the big question is, how could we even get there? Well, this table lays out one possible roadmap. You could say we're already well into levels 1 and 2, with amazing chatbots and reasoners. The next big step is level 3, developing agents, AIs that can actually take actions in the world to achieve goals. And beyond that, you've got innovators that can come up with brand new ideas. And maybe, way out there at level 5, an AI that could run an entire organization by itself.
But here's the thing. This road to AGI, it's not guaranteed. The future isn't some fixed point we're just speeding towards. It's a huge space of possibilities, and it's going to be defined by the choices that we make right now.
Ultimately, where we end up depends on these huge variables. Just how powerful are these things going to get? Who's going to control them? Will access be open to everyone or locked down? How do we make sure they're safe and that they're aligned with our values? And maybe most importantly, what do we as a society actually decide to do with them?
And this quote, I think it really captures the weight of this moment. We are right in the middle of one of the biggest technological shifts humanity has ever gone through. And while the path forward is incredibly exciting, it's also deeply, deeply uncertain.
So, as we wrap this up, the focus really shifts, doesn't it? It goes from what AI can do to what we should do with it. The technology's just going to keep getting better, but its impact, whether it's for good or for bad, that's ultimately up to us. What kind of intelligence do we actually want to build? That's the question we all need to start asking.